There's a scene in The Big Short that lives rent-free in my mind. Mark Baum walks out of a meeting, stunned, shaking his head, and says, "You have no idea what you just did." That line? It echoes in my head every time I open a chart. Because when you place a trade, just click buy or sell, it feels like a small moment. But what if I told you that single click connects to a story? One that started hours ago, days ago, maybe even on a higher time frame you've never bothered to look at. You didn't just enter a trade. You stepped into a system, a fractal, a living rhythm. And if you don't understand the context, the market will humble you faster than you can say risk management. Before we going further into this, please comment where you are watching from, your country, state or locality in the comment section below. Not just because I'm curious where you're watching from, but because even the littlest misinformation can lead to failure when backtesting a strategy. Your location will affect your trading experience. From the brokers you can access, to leverage restrictions, withdrawal rules. For example, here in the US, most brokers allow a max leverage of 50 to 1, and with tighter Forex regulations and in some other locations, you might be able to access brokers who allow a leverage of up to 1,000 to 1 when creating an account. So trust me, this isn't just filler, this is groundwork. Now, let's talk about this channel for a bit. Because the truth is, I'm not a profitable trader. Not yet at least, but here's what I am. I am someone who have taken quite a number of losses, one loss at a time. A skeptic of surface level strategies. And a believer that beneath all the chaos, is structure. Because trading, at its core, is shockingly simple. And yet impossibly hard. Let's dive in. What even is Forex? Let's strip it down. Forex is short for foreign exchange. It's the buying and selling of currencies, euro against the dollar, pound against the yen, naira against the dollar. It's the largest, most liquid market in the world. Every day, over $6 trillion flows through this market. Not just by retail traders like you and me, but by governments, central banks, hedge funds, multinational corporations, each with their own agendas. Think of Forex as the bloodstream of the global economy. You don't hear about it on the news as much as crypto or stocks, but it touches everything. Every time a tourist changes money, every time an international transaction happens, every time inflation hits or a war breaks out, Forex reacts. To those who ask, is Forex dead? Is Forex going away? To be clear, Forex isn't going anywhere. Can you make money trading Forex? Yes. But also, no. It's not about whether you can make money. It's about whether you can stay alive long enough to learn how. Because making money once is easy. Anybody can catch a news spike. Anybody can get lucky and ride a trend. But doing it again, and again, and again? That takes understanding. Why most traders fail, and why you probably will too, to address something painful. Most people lose money in Forex. Not because Forex is rigged. Not because indicators don't work. Not because of brokers or signals or EA scams. But because of a little misinformation here and there. Let me explain. The market is fractal. What that means is that the patterns you see on a 1-minute chart are often mirrored on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour, all the way to the daily chart. It's not perfect, it's not mechanical, but it's rhythmic. Yet most traders focus on one time frame, one candle, one entry, and they miss the big picture. They miss the fact that their perfect entry is just liquidity for someone else on a higher time frame. A move that looks like a breakout on the 1-minute might be a simple pullback on the 15-minute. That support level you trusted? It's actually an inducement for a stop hunt on the 4-hour. And that's when the market shows its true face. It doesn't reward the most educated. It rewards the most context aware. Are all strategies just different languages? Here's where things get deep. You've probably heard of all the trading schools of thought, smart money concepts, supply and demand, trend lines, moving averages, breakout trading, Fibonacci. and so on. And every community swears theirs is the truth. But what if I told you? They're all talking about the same thing, just in different languages. When a smart money trader talks about a BOS, break of structure, a moving average trader might say price crossed the 28 EMA. When a supply and demand trader identifies a zone, a trendline trader might just call it a touch and rejection. Same story. Different dialect. Once you begin to see through the strategies, you begin to understand the context. And once you understand context, you realize something incredible: the market is not complex and it's consistent. What's complex is our inability to stay consistent with it. What you need to know as someone starting out: if you're just starting, I want you to pause. Don't rush to open a live account. Don't buy another indicator package or jump into a signal group. Here's what matters right now. 1. Learn to read higher highs, lower lows. 2. Know the story behind liquidity. Equal highs and lows aren't trade setups, they're bait. Liquidity pools. 3. Use multiple time frames. Never trust the 5-minute chart without knowing the 1-hour bias. 4. Pick one strategy and master the context behind it. Whether it's MA, SMC, or Trendlines, commit. Don't jump ship every weekend. 5. Journal everything. Your edge isn't just in charts. It's in your mind, your patterns, your reactions. Why this channel is different. This is a space for deep learning. Every episode from here will zoom in on what we just teased. What is structure, really? Why most BOS are misread. The secret rhythm behind fractal timeframes. How to unify supply and demand, moving averages, and price action into a single lens. How to build your system, not just copy someone else's. And we'll go live into the charts, real setups, mistakes and all. Because this isn't about looking perfect. This is about learning honestly. Final thoughts: Forex can be a shortcut to riches. But it is also a mirror. A brutal, brilliant mirror. It reflects impatience, greed, fear. It punishes impulsiveness. And it rewards clarity. This journey won't be easy. But if you stick with it, if you learn to read the market and not just trade it, you'll come out changed.